Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. I'm quite sure plenty of you have starting to do the Meander, and maybe a lot of you have just got stuck over here where the Lady of Greeneries has been. I wanted to first point out the fact that, as you can see here, I have something that expires in 30 seconds, and that is a consumable. That gave me 15 accuracy and 15 resistance. What I have done is I have recorded the actual fight of me beating the Lady of Greeneries, and I'm gonna go through this one, and then I'm gonna show you exactly the way that I had them built. And the thing that I really wanted to show again is just using the same free-to-play champions. You can do it as long as you get them in the right build. So you can see I have a level 62 Horus, I have a level 59 Notira, 70 Hexandra, 70 Adventurer, and then a level 62 Eli. So I tried to make it as relatable as possible. I was using Eli's increased attack aura so I can try and do as much damage as possible, and well, this one went pretty smoothly, but it was not perfect, okay? I wanted to show you the way that I did it without making it be perfect, without having the, ideal things in there. But I want to show you that the best tactic for this one is actually trying to get resist, okay? Trying to get resist and resist those poisons. I'm quite sure there's going to be several other videos out there that are going to say the same thing, but you know what? I wanted to make a video on this as well, because even in the closed beta, we had the same issue. This was the one that I got stuck for like a week. I did not think about it like back then to be like, you know what, maybe I should try some resistance. So there might be a lot of people out there that did not think about that as well themselves. So just wanted to show you that this is the easiest way to do it, okay? You're gonna see that not all the time, but you see plenty of resist popping up in there. See, like for Hexandra, for Horus, that helps you basically not take that much damage, because the boss herself does not do a ton of damage. It's just the poisons that you get, and then her activation when she does the ultimate. You're gonna see this one, it's gonna be like, and boom, check the damage on the Adventurer. See, it wasn't that much. It was like, what, 10-20% of the HPS damage. And as you can see, I even have my Eli and my Notira die. Okay, they were lower level, they maybe did not have enough resist, but still, my tanky people are still continuing with this fight. They're still able to do it because, again, I'm not taking that much damage. So this is the way that you can do it. I'm gonna show you the builds, and I'm gonna give you a few more tips, because you know what, there's some other ways that you can try to do it, which might require a little bit of manualing. And for example, one of the best tips would be just before the boss does this explosion, which is the activation of those poisons, is to have a cleanser to go ahead and cleanse those poisons, okay? Things look dodgy, but the importance of the Adventurer as ice is just amazing. I kept speaking about this, but from my point of view, for overall progress and for overall content, I believe that the Adventurer as ice is the best thing out there, because he does decent damage on his battle skill, and also he brings that shield that gives us extra survivability. So as you can see, this was the fight. It wasn't that difficult. Let me just go and collect myself the what's it called, the Heliolite die, because that's what we're trying to do here, beat 5 and get Heliolite die. And now let's have a look at the people and how I have them built, okay? So the Adventurer, I'm trying to, again, I'm gonna be using only, even though I have access to better gear, because I push further to try and advance and all that, I'm still using only rare gear or below. So the same artifact, okay, that gives us a little bit of attack and chance for lightning damage, but mostly it's about the resist. See, I have 77 resist. That was not enough to completely resist stuff. However, we resisted most of it, and if I show you the pieces of gear, you see it's a resistance chest, no resistance over here, some resistance as substat on the rare, and some resistance over here. So I try to give a little bit of resistance to everyone. Same thing for Hexandra, for example. I have a resistance chest, that's just a common one. That's what I had. I did not want to go and level up some other stuff. I tried to keep it relatable, but I gave a resist substat on the glove, resist substat on the weapon, and again, resist substats on the helmet. It's like whatever you have lying around, just use it. Horus, same principle. Resist chest, resist substat over here. You see, I guess you kind of get the theme. These two top pieces don't have resist, but I guess if you manage to push it to 100 resisted, that should be enough. Same thing, even for Eli, gave him resist over here, but not the resist on everything else. And Notira, again, resistance chest. So that's the easiest way to do it. After that, whenever you go into a fight, let me go over here to show as an example, so I can explain what you saw here, the little boost that I showed at the beginning. So let's go and get into a fight. Okay, so once you go into a fight, there's always something that you need to keep in mind, and that is this little button over here. This is one of the most important things in the game that can help you progress whenever you get stuck somewhere, okay? So if you click over here, you see that you have a ton of consumables. Gives me fire attack and attack, gives me cold damage and attack, necrotic damage and attack, poison damage and attack. Then we move over, what? Max HP, attack and accuracy, accuracy and resist. So for example, I could have used this one. I used the lower version of this. They gave me 15 in accuracy. So for this fight, if you cannot get, you know, that high resist, try to use this one, okay? Try to use a consumable, because you only need it for one fight. They last for 10 minutes. Get yourself another 20 resist, and that's gonna help you be able to resist some of those poisons. Then after that, make sure you look at these auras, okay? I use, for example, an attack aura for that one from Eli. You could use the HP one, you could use the enlightenment one, or maybe you have a hero in your roster that can bring you a captain aura, which brings you resist. Let me see if I can filter through that. Let me see, debuff, control. I guess doesn't really unfortunately there's not one I can find that shows us, but if you just go through your roster and just look at people, is there maybe a filter here? Let me see. That might be a good suggestion for me to tell them, like, just try to get a filter for the auras as well. But I know there's, I think it's this guy, Firach. Yeah, for example, see, he brings increases ally resistance by 40 in all battles. So have a look, skim through your heroes and see, do you actually get the resist aura? So it usually should have a skull, okay? So if they have some sort of aura, they have a skull for resistance and it's an eye for accuracy. So just, you know, go through your champions and see, okay, for example, this one, Rowena. No, wait, no, Stavelis. It's accuracy, come on, give me another resistance one. Okay, Dalbam, let's see, Captain or Grand Gladiator Arena. Anyway, you get the gist. You just go and search for somebody that brings you that resistance aura and just go with it. Or if you cannot do it, just upgrade a few pieces, get yourself to around 100, resist, and that should be just fine. If you do not have enough resistance gear and you're not able to do it as much, my suggestion would be, for example, to bring a cleanser. Okay, 1 or 2 cleanser instead. Hexandra already does a cleanse. Keep that in mind. She's amazing with that because she does a cleanse on her battle skill. Okay, this one happens every 10 seconds. She dispels 1 debuff from them. So even though you have like 7-8 poisons, she still dispels all of them, which is massive. But then there's always the MVP, which she appears in most of my, she's gonna appear in most of my videos and guides, but that is the rare Anna. Okay, so I should have suggested that Anna should be the one that everybody should pick, because what Anna provides on her ultimate dispels 1 debuff from all allies. So if you just go and manual it, you can use her ultimate just before the boss does her ultimate and cleanse all of those poisons, and then you can survive. Once she's a little bit upgraded, she also brings recovery over time. Then there's also somebody like where is she? Where is Ekis? Somebody comes at the top of my head. Again, Ekis, same principle. She's gonna bring some damage, heal reduction, but on the ultimate dispels 1 debuff from all allies. Again, same thing, just make sure you use it before the boss does that ultimate. Or I'm quite sure for this one, do we have a cleanse? Let's see, is there a cleanse somewhere in here? Healing, reversal, block buffs, attack penalty. Unfortunately, again, there's no cleanse. Oh man, I really need to suggest stuff like this, but it's the same principle, guys. Look for your rares, look for your epics, see if you have some cleansing. Or I'm quite sure, honestly, you could even out-heal it, okay? Even if you don't have, like, several cleanser, and maybe you don't even have Anna, try to bring 2 healers, because Hexandra plus the shield from the adventure as ice, plus another healer, you should be able to sustain yourself pretty well. So I hope this one helped you. I hope this gave you an idea to be able to pass that stage of Feymander, because, well, that's one of the things that is as a battle pass weekly quest, for example, for some of us, and that just pops it. Look at this, I got a ton of more summons. That's crazy. But not only is it that, but it's gonna unlock you that, you know, it's gonna give you the possibility to keep pushing this, because the Feymeander has amazing rewards. If you just jump in for the first time here, it shows you, it gives more affinity solvent, it gives you essence of creation, it's gonna give you more scrolls. So you definitely want to be doing this for, you know, people that play raid. Maybe this is like the Doom Tower, you keep advancing, or, you know, know, it's those type of Doom Tower, Void Tower, Abyss, you know, it's that type of system where you keep pushing higher and higher and you keep getting more and more rewards. So you definitely do not want to slack on the Fade Meander and, you know, go grab all of those resources. But yeah, anyway, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.